G'day, mate. If I thought my morning was bad, it's even worse the fact that I've just done 15 minutes to camera and forgot to press the record button. I've also noticed that whilst I'd worked out how to switch cameras while I'm recording, because there's a little... that's not there anymore, so I can't even do what I was... So I don't know how your day's going, but my day's, you know, for a Sunday morning, it's not going well. So now I'm going to switch cameras. Right. So yesterday, my friend rang me up and told me, well, actually, he didn't. His wife rang me up and told me he'd driven over an electric cable in his mower, and things have not gone well. And as you can see, it's now in my workshop with a jack under it, so it hasn't gone well. So I went to pick it up this morning, and it didn't start. It had 2 flat tyres. So I went and picked it up. I've put air in the tyres now, and I'm going to put the battery on charge. But I need to get underneath the mower deck to see what damage he's done, because he says, or she says, he says, the blades are now hitting each other. So he's wangled a cord up under there. Hopefully it was live, and it gave him a good shock. So we've got to sort this out first, and then the second project is give the puppy his ball back, because he's waiting for his ball. That's the second project. And then his bushwhacker, that doesn't work, and it is so heavy. It's an old Husqvarna, weighs about 3 times the weight of my steel. Anyhow, and then get that one going. So I've jacked this up, right, that's easy. I've turned on all the main lights because it is a dark and thundery and rainy day, even though it's, where are we? 8th of July or something like that. So I went and grabbed my light, my faithful light, and my light doesn't work. Have you got a light, boy? Have you got a light? Right, so we grab your light, and it don't work. So I've taken it to bits, here, and it's a small LED. It's very good, puts out lots of light, doesn't use much battery power, ideal. Anyhow, there's a tin strip there, that should be soldered there, right, and that should fix to the other end, and that should all go in this housing. Clearly it's not, so before we start, assuming that's getting hot, oh yeah, you could burn yourself on that. Before we start, we've got to fix this light, because it's, you know, just normal air. And I worked out what it is, and then we've got a glue gun there, and then when we've done it, we're going to glue it all back together, because it would appear that it's had an accident at some point, which has probably put strain on that little bit of metal there. So we'll solder that up, fix the light, and then go from there. Now the camera's on that side. I haven't really got any way of... we're still down to that whole not having a tripod thing. Whether I can position the camera on there. Oh. That might well work. Right, swap my glasses for my big ones so we can see what we're doing. Grab that, which is, I've got to say, not looking at its cleanest. And then we can just, I say just, well, the amount of times I've gone to just do something and then there's another problem. But anywho, oh, okay, it's just, I don't know if it's just because it's Sunday or what it is. Or if that goes in there or not. Oh, I think actually that went in there. That's what I think. I've got glasses like milk bottle bottoms and I still can't. I think that went in there like that. That's what I think. And then that solders like that. And then all that, it's not such a good position for the camera, is it? We could do with something taller than a box. Taller. Maybe a box on top of the box. I'm standing on top of the bucket. Oh, I don't know. Anywho, so that should... This is just not... So that's now soldered on there. That should go... Oh, I just can't do it one-handed. That should slide in there, like that. And we're poking out the bottom. You see that? And then this. Oh, no. Well, it's just not. I mean, it must have. Steady, Simon, steady. So that should be sat in there as well. I don't know what happened to this. I've got no idea what happened to this. But whatever happened to this, it ain't gone well. Take that bit of crap off of there. Oh, I'm not even doing it under the camera. Am I? I need a cameraman. That's what I need. Or a tripod. Or anything better than the ice cream tub that you're there balancing on. Did I just make that look easy, or is it my imagination? Right. Okay, let's try all this again. Putting that together like that. And then, to save that from breaking anymore, I'm going to put this little screw cap on there, which is what is supposed to hold it all together. Okay. And then at this end, was that soldered on there? Does it look like it was soldered on there? No. Then that should go in around there, which makes a connection onto the bottom of that little wire. I don't know if that helps. There seems to be a big, strong light shining. Okay, the screw dead on. Put that little brass filament in the end, and we should be able to slide these batteries in. But I can feel. I don't know if you can see that, but already it's not gone well. Take that off. Remove this. So that's not how that's supposed to work. That's supposed to be flat. In the case, how many batteries did I just drop? 1 or 2? Do we know? And I've got the wrong glasses on, so you look down at the floor and you can't see anything. Well, I think we can unplug the solderer now. Solder it on and plug in the hot glue gun. That's what I think. What malarkey this is. Right. I'll straighten that and get that in there straight. Is it better to slide that down the side of a battery so that it goes in there straight, or what's the best thing to do there? And then of course this ring has to come out again. That little brass ring perhaps. So I can still see that little bit of metal, little bit of metal. Who says a little bit of metal like that? I'll tell you who. Scrap and Pallet Man. Oh yeah, little bit of metal, does his English accent. Do you think this is the right way of doing it? Yeah, right. So I can see what's happened now. And or may not have got it. You put all the batteries in there, you put the bottom back on. Oh, look at that. Connection. Right. I won't do that up completely because we're going to sling some of this recycled plastic bag crap in here in an attempt to get it to stick together. The trouble is, you can see if I squirt it in there, that's also going to stick the battery in, and that's no good. I want to fix it, not wreck it. So I'm going to attempt to glue that together like that. Feels like it don't want to stick to this. I don't know what it is, what it's made out of. Now, do I leave that nice seam like that, or do I? Because I'm not very good with the old finger and the silicone in, as my wife will tell you. I do a lovely job tiling and putting the bath and the sink in, and then what's the word? We'll just say mess it up. When it comes to that, I know how to do it now, because, you know, you mess things up a few times and you don't like them. Fortunately, it's her bathroom, so I don't have to look at my own mess. And then I suppose we ought to put just a small amount around this top here to hold all that together. I can't imagine what sort of accident that had. Anyhow. Right. Unplug the hot glue gun before it glues everything together. Put that there. Put the extension lead that way, making sure I can trip over it. Take those glasses off. Right, show you what I've got now. So I've kind of glued that down there and glued that down there. Might not look very pretty. But what's important is... Yes. Right then. Let's go and have a look, see what kind of mess he's made under here. Probably should have some safety glasses on, should have my normal glasses on, probably should have something. Does that look like that's lost a bit of pressure? No. Alright. Why am I always under these matters? Well, to be fair, this is the first time I've been under this one. Well, I know why this tire's going flat. That's at it. So that needs tubing. We've got to assume the other one needs tubing. Oh, that's gone down already. So that ain't even going to hold pressure. So there ain't no amount of gluey stuff I can put in there to save that. Right, let's see what's going on under here then. Oh, that's not hitting anything. I don't understand. Let's hold you up the right way, eh? blades were knocking together. Well, they ain't never going to reach together. Let's go and check out the other side. There didn't look to be any damage under here. That blade's straight. That blade over there looks straight. For the moment, everything looks okay here. All the pins are in. The belts are all on. Could do with a bit of a clean out under there. There's something don't quite look right there. Let's go to the other side. Have you got your knee pads in? No. No knee pads. That doesn't appear to be attached to a belt. Sort of condition of the blades in. I've seen worse. Okay, so that's not the problem. Oh. That's working all right. The belt's on. It's always a mess in my shop with this stuff. That don't appear to have a belt on at all. That don't appear to be, I don't know. Right, let's lower that down. It don't appear to have tightened up the belt though. I want to revisit the wheel thing because I can hear just air coming out from everywhere. And the spray bottle, I mean, what is it with Sundays? These are just, they're just leaking from everywhere. They are completely dry rotted out. All the way around the tyre. There you go. Completely at it. Right. I can't find anything that's telling me there's anything wrong with this. So I think the best thing is to whip it outside, jet wash it off, check it again, test it. I think that's the answer. Well, that's better. That's a lot better. Right, well, we're going to test it now. I'm pretty sure it's going to work just fine. But you can see well, then bubbles are still coming out from everywhere where there's an air leak. So these tyres are completely destroyed. No use. So they need inner tubes. I don't think the back ones go down. Anyway, let's see what's what. Wet seat, lovely. I like a wet seat. This is the next little project, and that's get this bushwhacker strimmer. It's got a blade on the bottom, so it's called a bushwhacker here. Get the bushwhacker working. The air filter's quite clean. The plug doesn't look too bad, but we'll still give it a little revive. That'll bring it right back around. There we go. I think we could do with putting a little bit of lubrication down in there. Okay, I couldn't film a live portion of that because the battery went flat. So I've cleaned the plug. I flushed out the carburetor and I put new fuel in it, and it's got such a strong spark, I can't believe it's not just going to start.
Bye.
Small carburetor adjustment. And we're all good. Let's see if we can burn ourselves on this exhaust, because that's always fun. We haven't burnt or electrocuted ourselves. So you could do the two together. Could unplug that, stick your little pinky in there, put your thumb on there, pull that, burn yourself, electrocute yourself at once. Or not. I don't understand why this has to be... That's it. Okay, so that's the lawnmower and the bushwhacker fixed. We'll drop these back to him, fresh fuel. And then all he's got to do is work out what my next challenge is going to be. I think it's raining again. Right, so that's fixed and looks cleaner. That's fixed and runs better. And I think that's where we're going to call it for today. I'm going to run these back round, and I'm going to go and set up the sawmill after sharpening the blades yesterday. So thanks for watching today. Bye for now. Catch you on the next one.